ranking all of the Bachelorettes 2 hard events from S to D tier. S obviously being the best and D being the worst. Can I just say however that all the hard events aren't actually bad, and if I put one in D tier, it doesn't mean that they're horrible and shouldn't exist. It just means I prefer it less than the others. Also, this is my tier list, so if you disagree with it, then let me know in the comment section and voice your thoughts. So without further ado, let's begin the video. Okay, so first up is Abigail's, and in her 2 hard event, you enter her room to find her struggling to finish the first level of Journey of the Prairie King. She says it's hard, but let's be real, she's just dookie at the game. Okay, we're doing pretty well. Wait, looking for the Anyway, she asks if you could help her and you two play the game, eventually beating the level, and she thanks you for it. Plain and simple, like how all 2 hard events are, because, well, they're only 2 hearts. I do think that this one is one of, if not the best, as in terms of gameplay, you actually play a minigame unlike the others where you just talk to them. It also shows one of Abigail's biggest hobbies and character traits, which is gaming, so I'm gonna put her 2 hard event in S tier. Next up is Emily, and whoa, is this one really weird. At first, and then you realize how sweet it actually is. So in her 2 hard event, she's basically just dreaming and then you pop out of the blue. Like literally, you just show up out of nowhere. It's pretty funny. She then yaps about the simplest of lights hold wonderful secrets. I'm not really sure what she's on, but then she says it's a sign that you're here with her. She then wakes up to say that there's something special about you and that both of your destinies will intersect, which is slightly creepy, but if you think about it, it's only your 2 hard event and she's already dreaming of you, saying that your destinies will collide, which is super cute if you eventually romance her or even if you guys are just friends. So this is a simple S tier too. Bonus points for being really creative. Wow, 2 S tiers? We are off to a really good start. It can't possibly go wrong from here, right? Moving on to Haley, and oof, is this one disappointing to say the least. I know Haley's hard events down the line get really good and it shows off how she becomes a really open and kind-hearted person, but as a 2 hard event, this one's really boring. She basically just argues with her sister Emily about her cleaning under the cushions. Like, seriously? Is this your biggest problem? A simple house chore? I guess it makes sense as Haley's supposed to be that bratty, disrespectful, I am above you all type of person at first. She also just forgets your name or chooses not to say it, so I'm giving her a C tier. I know it's supposed to show off how self-centered she is and eventually she grows out of it, but still, I'm not too impressed right off the bat. I guess you're kinda supposed to hate her at this point, or at least dislike her, because that's her whole redemption arc. She goes from being a disliked person to a really lovable person. So if you look at it in this sense, then this 2 hard event does a really good job on setting that up. Now Leah's is pretty interesting. You enter her house and you first watch her working on her, well, whatever this is, a sculpture allegedly.
Oh my god, what is that? Oh my god, what is that?
She then says that once you get past the outer layers of the wood, its true nature starts to show, to which you reply, it's the same with people, and she agrees. She then talks about how she came to Pelican Town with her parents as a child and now she wants to live here due to its artistic potential. She then opens up about how being an artist is tough and it doesn't exactly pay the bills, to which you suggest to her an art show in town. It sounds wordy and basic, yet we learn so much more about Leah in this scene, like how she's a struggling artist and she has roots to Pelican Town since she was a kid. I feel like you actually learn more about her, which is great for a 2-star event, so I'm placing it in A tier. Leah working on her sculpture also shows off her quirky nature. On the complete end of the spectrum is Maru's, which is more of a Demetrius event than a Maru's one, not gonna lie. You basically enter their house and help with some soil samples, and when Maru goes outside, Demetrius just straight up threatens you. Well, in a kind of passive-aggressive way. He says that Maru is a bright woman and he would hate for something to get in the way of her future. Like, chill man, we're just friends. For now. Yeah, boy. She then comes back and asks us what we were talking about, and Demetrius straight up lies. Like, how did this dude bag Robin? Anyway, this one gets a D tier just because I don't like being threatened, though it does show how Maru is a quirky science girl. I know that this scene could have been interpreted in other ways, but this is how I did, so yeah. And lastly, we have Penny. Penny's 2 hard event is sweet. I mean, she's supposed to be that sweet damsel in distress type of person, so what else could we have expected? She basically helps George get his mail from his mailbox and he gets angry. I guess it's because he thinks he doesn't need anyone else's help and that he's capable of doing it all on his own. But like, come on, Penny was just trying to help. But an argument can be made that Penny should have asked first if he needed help instead of just doing it. Anyways, you pop out of nowhere, as you always do, and you tell her that what she did was a kind gesture, and George realizes his mistake and apologizes, so a sweet ending after all. Penny then talks about getting old and you basically say that getting old is just another part of life, so it's not a super interesting scene, but it does tell us a lot about Penny's views on getting old and her true kind nature. So I'm putting Penny in B tier. So that was all of the Bachelorette's 2 hard events ranked. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know if you want to do a Bachelor's one in the future and other hard events. If you enjoyed this video, why not leave a like and join the guild by hitting that subscribe button for more Stardew Valley content. Thanks for staying till the end, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next quest.